Get to the word on Wall Street now. Top investors watching your money. Joining me now, Banríon Capital Management CEO Shana Sissel. Also with me is Mike Lee. Thank you for joining both of us right now. Mike, I want to get your reaction to Lauren's report, and that is with regards to the Trump coin and the Melania coin that came out over the weekend. Were you surprised by this?
Very. Like, meme coins are, I don't know if you could call them a scam, but I think if you did call them a scam, you're not really far off. Like the Dogecoin is probably the most famous meme coin that's out there. If you're a crypto investor and you're a true investor, you know, you probably already know to steer clear of these. And so those of you at home, if you want to, you know, light some money on fire, meme coins are a great way to do it. But look, it does symbol there's a fundamental change going on cryptocurrency right now, where the Biden administration was doing everything they could to throw cryptocurrency entrepreneurs, people starting companies, in jail, shutting down crypto banks. And now that's all going to change. And so we talk about these 200 executive actions. How many of them will be related to crypto? So if you are a crypto investor, you know to stay away from these sorts of things. If you didn't know that, here's your warning. But I do think a golden age for crypto is upon us starting today.
All right, Shana, your reaction.
Yeah, I agree with everything Mike said. Meme coins are going to the casino and rolling some dice. They have no investment case other than speculation and gambling. I don't like them. As Lauren called me, I'm like a Bitcoin realist, Bitcoin bull, in the sense that I believe in the use case of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. I mean, Solana should be the biggest beneficiary of this since it's on their network. And that is why I would invest in crypto assets, is because of the blockchain that's behind them. Dogecoin, the Trump coin, Melania coin, none of them have a blockchain. They are literally just a speculative asset that is just trying to gather assets. And the bigger concern, of course, is that this was issued by a soon-to-be sitting president, that he owns a huge amount of it, and this could be seen as market manipulation. And the whole point is, with crypto assets, to have a decentralized, uncontrolled environment where the government is not involved. So many concerns about this. I'm sure there are plenty of people that like to go to the casino and gamble, but these things are basically a casino.
All right. Shana, stay with me because we've got some other news that broke this morning, market news, even though the market is closed today. The Costco Teamsters Union just voted to authorize a nationwide strike. It was an overwhelming 85% margin on the vote. They failed to agree to a contract with those 18,000 union members. So that contract, Shana, expires January 31st. Now, you know, futures do trade until 2 p.m. today. Obviously, because of the inauguration, Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, markets are closed. Now, we had the markets rebound since Election Day. Obviously, the new president is going to begin things today, day one of his new administration. His White House, though, has some economists forecasting higher inflation. There's a new Wall Street Journal survey predicting that the CPI is going to rise to 2.7% by December of 2025. Shana, I want to get your reaction to that and also to this new news on Costco. A major strike could be on the horizon for the economy by the end of the month.
All right, so let's start with the Costco news. Union strikes, and we'll circle it back into inflation. Union strikes are usually not great for inflation at all, and they tend to have short-term influence on it. We just had a good CPI print or inflation print, and so this is likely to drive inflation in the next report to be elevated, which only gives the Fed more reason to pause. Overall, I think that there are some key aspects of new policy that the Trump administration is discussing that could very well influence inflation, tariffs being the most notable. But that's not a given. There's a lot of debate here on how it may be, and it's not like we don't have a blueprint from the first administration of how Trump handled the tariff threat. It's really a bargaining negotiation tactic, and there's no reason to think that that wouldn't be the case now. Now, we are starting obviously at a more elevated level, and we should be concerned, but I think what we need is the Fed to be thoughtful and the Fed to pause. I had hoped they'd do it in December, but they didn't, and I think that that's what we'll continue to see. The markets would like to see rate cuts. I don't think they're coming the way the market thinks.
All right, Mike, I do want to ask you about this. We mentioned the LA wildfires in the last hour. They're driving now rental prices in that area higher, and that's prompting worries and multiple reports about price gouging. Realtor.com telling Fox Business some areas of Santa Monica saw a 34% rise in rental prices from the 4th to the 11th of this month. Central Pasadena rentals rising 20% over that same time. Mike, this is a major problem and a little disheartening to be clear here.
Yeah, look, there was already a massive housing shortage in LA, and this is just going to make it infinitely worse. Gavin Newsom is out there with an executive order that's only for 90 days saying you can't sell any property in the fire-affected regions unless it's for a pre-wildfire valuation. I think it's a positive headline for him, but in reality, it distorts the market. I mean, if you know you're not going to rebuild and you need that cash to pay off your mortgage or to somehow move on with your life, you're now stuck. So it's all this government intervention, these government policies in California have put us where we are. It's impossible to build. It's and they don't clean up all the brush. This is a multitude of leftist policies all coming to a head, making life horrific for people in one of the most beautiful states, in our country, if not the world. It's really disheartening. We're going to cover more of this in the next hour. Shana, Sissel, thank you. Mike, you're going to stay with us all morning long. Appreciate it. I just want to kind of pick up with the breaking news.